everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Adventures with Robin. So today is, as promised, my follow-up to my 3 weeks of rebounding or jumping on a mini trampoline. So this is week 2, the end of week 2, and I'm going to tell you what my results have been and the things that I have noticed. So first of all, I forgot to tell you guys a result that I had, and I was going to talk about it, but I did forget, and you know, sometimes there are no accidents, but you know, it's kind of embarrassing, but I'm going to say it anyways. I noticed that I was eliminating more, and what I'm talking about is I was pooping more. So yes, that is actually something that is written about in the book, that it helps your digestive system, digestion and elimination. All right, so we got that out. Hey, we're all human, we all poop. So there you go. It's actually made things a lot more regular, so feeling better about that. Moving on. Some other things that I'm noticing is, well, first of all, it's now really become a part of my routine. After 2 weeks, the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is throw on my workout clothes. They're sitting right on my vanity in my bathroom, so no excuses. So it's gotten easier. It was really hard the first week, but it's getting easier. Something else I'm noticing is that my midsection seems to be a little toner. And so that's a nice benefit. I said last week that my legs feel a little toner, and so now I'm starting to notice in my midsection it's feeling and looking a little tighter. So what else am I noticing? I talked about my energy being better last week, and I don't know if it's just a fluke or if it is a result of using my Cellerciser, that I have quite a bit more energy. And I mean, I'm doing other things in my life, and I'm going to talk about those in other videos, but I am noticing that I have a lot more energy. So that is something I'm really happy about, and I'm going to continue using this. And I wear a Fitbit, and I love my Fitbit. I may make a little video at some point about my Fitbit, because I have just fallen deeply in love with you. Yes, you are wonderful. You know, the Fitbit is great for if you don't really know how many steps you're taking every day. It kind of gives you, especially in the beginning, you kind of see how much you're walking, how active you are. You wear it to bed, it will track your sleep. Like I said, I might make a separate video all about my love for my Fitbit. But getting on this for just 10 minutes in the morning gives me around 2,000 steps. So, hey, I'm starting the day having just done 10 minutes on this thing, and I already have 2,000 steps out of my goal of 10,000 steps. So that has made it so much easier to get to my goal of 10,000 steps. Now, I'm not going to blame my wonderful Cellerciser on this. I have a very delicate neck, shoulder issue, and my back too, mostly my upper back. I do get acupuncture once a month just for maintenance, and you know, I did start to notice that I think, you know, my neck sort of went out of whack this week, and so I was being very careful on the Cellerciser. But another video I'm going to make is going to be about this wonderful book by Sue Hitzmann called The Melt Method. So I'm not going to get into all of the ins and outs of that, because I do want to make another video and talk about the results that I've got from applying her system. Just briefly, she talks all about rehydrating your connective tissue in your body, and that when your connective tissue is sort of like a spider web, you can imagine, that covers all your tissues and organs and bones, and it needs to be hydrated. And through daily life, stresses, whatever, our connective tissue becomes dehydrated. You can imagine it kind of like a sponge when a sponge is dry and how brittle and hard it gets, but you put it in water and it becomes flexible and soft. So she talks all about a method that she developed on how to rehydrate your connective tissue. But whether you know about that system or not, you've probably heard about the benefits of a foam roller. So I had sort of fallen off the wagon of using my foam roller, and also she has different balls, soft balls and hard different balls that you can use for your hands and your feet. So I started doing all of that again this week, and once I started to notice that I was getting really tense, and as a result, yeah, I'm feeling better already. But it's really important to keep your hips flexible especially as you grow older, and when your hips get really stiff, that's when you see little old people just kind of shuffling along like this, and yeah, and that's when you have injuries such as falling, because you're very stiff and not flexible. So I'm going to talk more about that in other videos, about how to stay. I'm not flexible. Let me just say that. That's something I'm working on, becoming more flexible. But how important it is, really, in yoga, it's like your hips, they're your stabilizers. So it's so important especially if you have low back pain, mid back pain, to keep those loose and limber. And what she talks about in her book is your feet. I'm going to put a link in here in the description she was just on Dr. Oz, and I'm going to put a link to that because it's some good information. But I will talk more about that in another video anyways. So, what else did I notice? Well, I lost another pound. Yay! So it's working in that sense, and I wasn't even really necessarily expecting that to happen, but I really notice in my clothes are getting a little looser. And like I said, I'm doing a lot of other things, and I'm going to talk about that in another video. But I just wanted to give you an update on what my results have been from the Cellerciser. And yeah, I hope you found this informational. And I will give you another update in 1 week. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great week.